Social comparison is one of the most powerful and quiet forces shaping human psychology. From early childhood, people learn who they are not only through direct experience, but by measuring themselves against others. Achievements, failures, appearance, intelligence, confidence, and even happiness are often evaluated relatively rather than objectively. The mind looks outward to understand inward value. Social comparison theory explains that when clear standards are absent, individuals use other people as reference points. This process happens automatically and often unconsciously. A person may feel successful until encountering someone more advanced, richer, or more admired. Likewise, feelings of failure can ease when comparing downward. These comparisons are not deliberate judgments. They are cognitive, shortcuts the brain uses to locate itself within a social environment. There are two dominant forms of comparison. Upward comparison occurs when people compare themselves to those they perceive as better off. This can inspire growth, learning, and ambition, but it frequently produces dissatisfaction, envy, and self-doubt. Downward comparison involves comparing oneself to those perceived as worse off, which can protect self-esteem temporarily, but may reduce motivation or increase guilt. Both forms influence emotional balance, depending on how the comparison is interpreted. Modern life amplifies social comparison dramatically. Constant exposure to curated success, productivity, and happiness creates distorted benchmarks. The brain does not naturally adjust for selective presentation, so repeated exposure slowly rewrites what feels normal or expected. Over time, this can shift self-worth away from personal values toward external validation, making identity fragile and performance dependent. Social comparison also affects motivation. When differences feel attainable, comparison can energize effort. When gaps feel too large or uncontrollable, the same process leads to withdrawal, anxiety, and helplessness. This explains why comparison sometimes fuels progress and other times destroys confidence. The determining factor is not comparison itself, but perceived meaning. Reducing the harmful effects of social comparison does not require eliminating it, which is impossible, but reshaping it. People with strong internal standards, clear values, and self-compassion are less vulnerable to comparison-based distress. When success is defined personally rather than socially, comparison loses its power to injure. Social comparison reveals a simple truth. The mind constantly asks, "Where do I stand?" The answer it receives can either guide growth or quietly erode self-worth, depending on who is chosen as the mirror.